Hello, viewers. Thanks for joining here for another beautiful success story. I'm sure you can be so excited today because we have two people who cleared PMP recently. That is on September 21st. And both are here to talk about their success. Primarily, I like this part because when some friends join together, the preparation gets really good. Usually, friends, you go for a movie, we go for a games, we go for a hotel. But here, friends are joined together for some good purpose. They did it. And on top of that, I do hear that they have done more certificates like this together. I think this should be taken as an example where we can form some good team members where we can read together. So first, let's congratulate Barath and Sriram here who cleared PMP a few days back. Congratulations, people.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Sriram. Yeah. Wouldn't have been possible without your efforts, of course, but we'll probably get to that later. Yeah.
Hard work, hard work. By the way, Sriram, you have to show that amazing thing what you have with you. Once you decided you want to go for PMP, what you did? You want to go for a t-shirt,
There
huh? Okay. That's a project manager. What is it? Something Hulk is written there?
Yeah. So it reads, "Cause Hulk isn't a job title, so I call myself a project manager."
Quite interesting. Nice to know. Nice to know.
And
Good
I printed this on the day I joined ShriLearning portal for my training.
Okay.
I wanted some motivation towards the examination, so I wanted to wear this T-shirt on the day I finished my exam. So this was also a driving force, a motivation that drove me towards examination.
Nice to know. Good to know. Good to know. So what I do is for viewers' benefit, I'll just show the certificate what we have. One is Barath who cleared certificate, and this is the certificate we have with me. And Barath, when you saw this blue color with your name and the date, I'm sure you felt some sense of satisfaction.
Yeah, that's true. It was very happy actually. But when I completed the exam and say it was congratulations, I read thrice whether it's really congratulations. Really whether I cleared the exam.
It happens. It happens, yeah. And there comes Sriram here who cleared, and he too cleared on the same date, September 21st. Again, Sriram, I'm sure you too felt so excited seeing this certificate.
Yes, very nervous to start with. In fact, the moment I hit the last button, I closed my eyes and then I slowly opened to see what is written there.
Oh man, Sriram, this is all we see in the movie, man.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, that exactly
out of V3,
was what happened.
Out of V3, he's the only person who utilized the whole time.
Oh,
myself, the other person, we came back earlier, but he used the complete 4 hours and then.
Yeah, I mean, I just couldn't leave my seat early, considering the amount that was at stake. So I didn't want to leave that last second to chance. So I utilized. I only had about 28 seconds left when I hit that final button, and then I closed my eyes. The moment I read congratulations, I did a fist bump. I don't know if I was allowed to do that at the center, but I did that, and then the invigilator walked in. He did all the formalities. He was very happy for me as well.
Nice to know.
So
good to know. Good to know. That's a good achievement. You know, I do heard you both have done few certificates. I'm sure such excitement would have been earlier also. But still, when it comes to PMP, it has that intensity of the exam, which makes it a little unique.
Very true.
Right?
As we said, there we used to read the dumps as well as we read through the subject. Here we don't have any dumps. We had only the mock test that you have sent across, and it was very, very helpful, you know, to come to clear the exam as well.
To be honest, the PMP certification was always in our thoughts, but we did not dare attempting it for the fear of failure. And every second person we spoke to about PMP painted a difficult picture. Now that we have cleared it, I realize it is fairly easy. I don't know if I can use that term. Fairly easy with the right amount of motivation, guidance, and of course preparation. So
exactly, I like that point. It's easy because you're prepared.
Yeah, true.
Okay, if it's unprepared, then it's going to be tough.
But guidance is equally important. Also, motivation plays a very, very vital role.
Good to know. Good. For the benefit of the audience who are watching here, when your preparation started, any one of you want to share?
We both started actually. To start with, I was not in intention to join the ShriLearning course. Sriram, who picked it up, we were just discussing whether we can do the PMP certification and whether we can join some course. But he immediately one day he called me saying there is one course which I saw. he just read through all the reviews and everything. Everything seems to be good. Whether we can go and join. I didn't had a second thought, since he's my friend as well, and I had more confidence on him. I said, yeah, let's go out. And the same day we paid the amount and joined.
Wow, man. What a trust you have on your friend, huh?
Yeah, and that one fine day was the 2nd of June. We only had one day between the course starting, which was on 4th June. So 2nd of June, I did a random search on YouTube and I bumped into the ShriLearning channel. And I mean, you have the first day streamed on ShriLearning, right? The first day of a batch.
Right.
So I happened to watch a video and I got stuck for about 2 hours watching that. That is immense on my part, because I usually lose my concentration in the first 10 minutes. But I was stuck to that video for about 2 hours. And then the next thing I did was to call Barath and I told him I found this, so I think we should go ahead. And he acknowledged immediately. So that's how it started.
Nice.
With respect to studying, I think I was a bit held up. It was very hard for me to concentrate and then start learning. I started when the class started. Took some time to do the writing and stuff, and it was very difficult, both because of the constraints or the commitments I have toward the office and also in family side. I didn't had much time or leverage to go through all the chapters, but the early morning studying did help. I usually wake up at 4 or 5 p.m. if I am in the morning. So goes till 2 hours of studying and then also do the writing. And I just somewhere in my mind, as you said, you have to do that writing, right? I also like that whole habit to do that. So as I start studying, I also started writing the notes on side by side for each chapter.
Good to know. So viewers watching this will be surprised. A person can wake up every day 4 o'clock.
Because no other time suited me, because my office starts at 9 in the morning. 7 o'clock, I have to prepare my kids for the school. So that's where they start. So only beverages is that 5 to 7. And then evening when I come back, I'll be very tired and I won't be able to concentrate as well. That's another difficulty I had. So that helped a lot. Another side, Sriram's motivation as well. He used to call me and pull me. Let's take a mock test. Let's do some mock tests. Start reading this, or that motivation also, helped me. And the final 5 days was a very intense preparation from me and Sriram. We also did separate preparation as well, but most of the mock tests we took together. So if you have seen, we discussed, and then once we completed the mock test, we also went through the answers. So, okay, this is what the reason is for these answers, but certain answers were conflicting, but we were able to convince to ourselves, and then, okay, this is what is going to be the answer. So we repeatedly did that for the last 5 days along with the learning as well.
Nice to know. I think this is an advantage, right? Having a friend to discuss. You can discuss certain scenarios and he or she will have a different viewpoint. That would help. That doesn't mean they have to agree with what you say. The answer will be debated. You both will have a debate on a topic.
Yeah. On a lighter note, if you're preparing with a friend, there are two advantages, right? One, if he's ahead of you, you feel the motivation to level up with him. And if he's behind you, you're at least comfortable knowing that you're prepared better than him. on a more lighter note. But yeah, the preparation was actually tricky to start with. There's just so much content available for you to go through on the ShriLearning portal. I, in fact, called it a gold mine. Right? So that's how much content is available on the portal. And of course, outside, I mean, you do a random search, you get 100 links with all the mock questions and this and that. Yeah. So for the first few days, I mean, we did not have a set pattern. But then I was quick to realize, I mean, I was getting nowhere, and I started taking a lot of mock tests. So mock tests were my go-to technique to study. I mean, of course, I did a read through of the Rita's.
You did a reverse engineering actually.
Take the test and start reading.
And then start reading.
Okay.
It worked for my benefit, because if you take 10 or 12 tests per chapter, I mean, there's hardly anything that would be left for you to know new. I mean, you would have come across all the new words. You would have done a review of all the wrong answers you got. So these chapter-wise mocks were my go-to study technique, I should say. Yeah.
Makes sense. May I know which domain you are working?
I'm an IT disaster recovery manager. I also call myself a project manager, but it's the same set of things that I do. So probably predictive, I would call it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a disaster recovery manager,
In
and
information
Barath is more
technology.
hands-on. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Bharat, what is your domain?
Yeah, I was also in the same way. I was working as a service delivery manager before, but now I'm working as a project manager. In the last couple of years, I've been a project manager. As I said, it's an hybrid model. Certain it's in small projects we used to have the predictive analysis.
Okay.
In bigger project, I have again a couple of projects that's coming in, which is mix of predictive and adaptive model as well.
Nature. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
The question I asked is to understand how difficult was the exam, because exam will have more of agility or a hybrid.
Yeah.
The other advantage of this group study was
Mhm.
Sriram, since he's also from predictive nature, I was able to share my experience, which I'm going through in the current company. Right, that also matched with what we are studying and what we were able to grasp things from that as well. We were able to compare things and then understand what it is. I was able to show him what is WBS, how it look like, what is a project charter, how it look like, right? So that gave some examples as well for them, the other person to understand a bit more better than what we are seeing.
I think that is advantages, right? Somebody has the information.
Very true.
But for Agile, have you guys reached anyone else help to understand how Agile in real life they do? Or theoretical knowledge help?
Okay. Theoretical knowledge we had. Yeah. We had theoretical knowledge in our previous company. We had one of the manager taking classes for us.
Okay.
So we had come across those words, but we are not full-fledged used it as we say. See.
Okay. I understand. All right, good. So which book you both recommended and read?
Rita, it was Rita 10th edition all the way, and the Agile Practice Guide towards the end. I mean, and then we found out the Agile Practice Guide needs all the attention that Rita gets as well. So once we took the exam, we realized Agile Practice Guide is a very, very important piece of document to read through.
Yes.
It is as important and as, I mean, it's on par with Rita. So if you read through both of these and understand the concepts, then I think the exam should
most of the questions were from Agile.
Okay.
Predictive was very less, but more towards people oriented, and then only few of calculation part that came.
Okay. Nice to know. So there is a reading pattern. One I observed here is Sriram followed take a lot of tests and then read the subject. That's one other way. Other way, Bharat would be read the subject, then you took the test. It could be that way also, right? You did that also. And books wise, it's Rita 10 and Agile Practice Guide. Read it very carefully. And how much practice exams you did? Full exams practicing?
I did 4. We did one full exam together. His second full mock and my third full mock, we did that together and scored 65. There were a few answers that I did not agree upon. There were a few answers that he did not agree upon. We marked those and then we did a tiebreaker there. So
Nice.
So one of those tests went through together.
Yeah. See, one thing when
a lot of 40 and 60 questions we took together as well.
Okay, nice to know.
And individually as well.
True. But one problem people face here is when I take a full exam, I couldn't focus. After 60, 70, 80 question, I lose the focus. Or after 100 question, I feel like what I'm doing here. Okay, kind of feel. Have anyone felt that kind of thing in this 4 hours practice exam?
Yeah. One advantage when we take together was, since we were discussing, we were active. We didn't lose our patience. That extended the hours a bit. So first 3 hours, we were able to sit together. The last hour was a bit of rush that we had and losing the patience, right? So that was there as well. So when we take separately, again, the focus was a bit less. And that you lose patience easily than
that's true.
You do that group study.
Okay.
Yeah, I think one important thing to realize is these mock tests are another way of learning things. It's another study technique is what you should understand. I don't think you should put too much stress or hit the panic button taking one of these. It's only there to train you and so that you end up learning something new after the test, right? So these marks are of course important. It definitely tracks your progress.
Right.
But I think it should be looked at as a study technique than a test of your knowledge. So if you can learn something out of those 180 questions, then I think that's where the success is.
That's a
Yeah,
valuable point. That's a
yeah,
valuable
the
point.
first mock test I took
Mhm.
only 54% or something.
Mm.
I just informed Sriram that, you know, only 54, I'm just big panic. He said, no, don't panic. You just go through the wrong answers and see what's the actual reason behind those answers.
Mm.
I think we did get together and then started reviewing those question and answers as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So that really helped us.
Exactly. I was keep talking with everyone here is analyze the question. People show more
Yep.
interest on taking the test.
Yep.
But analyzing portion, I know it's a very lazy area. You don't like to do it. But without doing that, if you take another exam, yeah, maybe 1% increase will happen. But if you don't learn what happened, then nothing will improve. And this is the area people struggle hard. But good to know that you people did a combined analysis. By the way, I heard you are living close by a few kilometers away. Is it you connect virtually and start doing the job? Or
It's virtually only. Virtually. Even though we are 15 kilometers away, the travel will take around 2 hours because of the traffic and other stuff.
Which city which city you guys are living?
We both are in
Chennai.
Definitely traffic will be high, so you cannot go
Yeah.
on. So you connect in the Zoom and do this conversations?
Yeah, Gmeet,
Yes.
usually.
Okay, nice to know. Good to know. Good to know.
In fact, we had a third person's perspective as well. There was another member in our group who also prepared together.
Okay.
So if I can put it in project management terms, it was a talent triangle. So so we had one more perspective to add to what we studied. So
and he's even more senior than us and experienced as well. So that is one.
He used to be a manager in the company in IBM. So yeah, we got his help too.
That's a good combined effort. Okay, if you want to give some inputs for people who are preparing, just now starting, so what will be your suggestions?
I mean, reading through the modules are very important, and these chapter-wise mocks, I think they go a long way in registering the terminologies. For you to even get used to these terminologies, that's the best way to do it. I mean, don't worry about the scores that you get. I mean, it is easy to say that now, but yeah, I have at least told Sriram that my chapter-wise marks aren't great. And every time he used to tell me that's how things work. I mean, that's where you learn new things. So take these chapter-wise marks, as many as possible. And then, of course, go through the answers that you got wrong. And that definitely helps. I mean, that's what kind of registers things in your brain. So
very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice to know, Sriram. So Barath, if you want to say, don't do this, what you will say?
Don't do this. I would say last minute studying. I struggled a bit because of the time lagging. What I would suggest, I can see in the WhatsApp group as well, people stating, I don't have time, right? So, but somehow you have to make that time 1 hour at least minimum per day. I think that will be helpful as well. And as much as mock test as possible, whenever you have time, just take those mock tests as well.
Right.
And as you suggested as well, my scores were wavering in the mock test, right? So, but when we go to the real exam, it was very easy when we took all these questions, and when we go and see that it's all one-liner, we were just thinking, why only one-liner is coming in here?
It wasn't the case with me, at least. I had to read through a few lines. My first question was budget at completion, the formula. So the first 3-4 questions, I was like, did I do the right thing by scheduling the exam on that day? That was my thought. And then, I mean, but you guessed the pattern right. So the first 20 questions are going to be tough. That's where your brain will not work and etc. So I had that in my mind. So I wanted to give it the time. I went past the 20 questions mark, and then I felt fairly confident. So I took it 160 questions at a time. So it was easy.
Okay, nice to know. So if I say one thing not to do is don't push your exam preparation till the end. You do preparation quite well in advance. That's very important. Nice to know. And don't get panic on the score. That's all I'm hearing here. It's okay. Score is fine. Score is just an indication. But you keep doing analysis, keep working on. That's a message.
Just a study technique, I would call it.
Yeah, that's a nice, good thing. So both of you had a good celebration with the family also, saying that, hey, I'm done. It's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I just played I played with my family as well. I said I didn't clear. I have to redo the exam and stuff.
Oh,
but
God.
I came back and showed the results. She was very happy. She literally started crying.
God.
But she started more worrying when I said I didn't clear the exam because
She
I
would
would
have
get
thought
more
this guy-
stressed and stuff. Yeah.
When you say don't clear, she will think, man, another 1 month this girl sitting inside the room.
So she was thinking about more stress than what I would have. When I said other two people cleared and only I didn't clear.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
play a lot of role,
that's
but
there.
yeah.
That's there. Nice. Good to know. In corporate, I think in office also you should be informed already that you cleared a PMP.
Yeah, we did that. And we already started receiving calls asking, how did you do that? How did you study? All those stuffs. They also understand it's a very critical exam and it's a very tough exam to clear.
Yep.
So
going forward, it's going to be more because of the rules which they brought in right now, stringent rules coming in. I'm going to see the more exam intensity also may increase because they're increasing the math calculations and they're stabilizing the papers now. PMP is always a gold standard. Now they will tune further more on this. That's what might happen. Okay.
So 2 mathematical related questions that we got. One is with respect to the SPI and CPI.
Okay.
The variances. And the other one was we just discussed a day before about PERT, about the calculation, how to do. And it also cropped up during the exam. We are happy to see that, we know this, we know how to do this.
Good to know. Happy to see this success. And again, first, thanks a lot for coming up here. And quite nice to talk with the friends like working together, work together, or doing certificate together because so hard to find such good friends who work together and also learn together. Always there'll be a competitive mindset or don't care mindset. Either of the two is extreme. One extreme is competitive, one extreme is it's okay, yeah, that's how it is. But I'm happy that you guys are joining together doing something. Let this journey continue. I know PMP is only could be one of the milestone in your life. So let this continue more. I'm happy to see Sriram's t-shirt with the project manager. I can see how much passionate how much passionate somebody can do that, right? It's really big thing. So now get the certificate, make a good wooden frame of it, keep it.
Yeah, already did.
Did it?
You see that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All...
yeah. And,
I was very happy, so I just took a print and laminated it.
Laminated. Also, there is some wooden frame where you can keep.
Yeah, we can keep it. Yeah, I have to do that.
That also gives a lot of energy. Nice to know. So keep inspiring and wishes from all of us, and again wishes from the audience for watching here. And you can share your thoughts and inputs as people ask you, reach you for guidance.
Sure. And Sriram, we also like to thank you as well, right? So it's not been an easy job without you as well. The motivation talk that you give on the every class, that also help us. And also the push that we get during the class as well, right? So it's not very easy. And also it's been a quite big commitment from the whole team, right? People following it up, somebody takes that time to follow up, right? So since of your busy time, you took some time to follow up with people. That's really a commendable job as well with the ShriLearning. And also Rahul and Arzu also helping us whenever we talk to them. He responded to us immediately with whatever queries we have. So that's been a great job.
Great enough. Good to know. Nice.
+1 to that, Sriram. So my thanks as well to the entire team, to you especially, for all the motivation that you give us. Everything leads to that word, motivation, right? All the group chats, the success stories that you do. I mean, that little pop-up that comes up on the lower left-hand corner when you log onto the ShriLearning portal. I have imagined myself there a lot of times. I mean, when would my name come up? So everything that you do kind of leads to the same destination, which is
perfect.
Yeah.
Happy to hear from Sriram to Sriram.
Oh yes,
and also
that was one other big motivation. I couldn't go wrong carrying that name, right? So that was added pressure, but I'm happy I lived up to it. So
the other thing is the leaderboard as well, right? So whenever we complete a mock test, we go back and see a leaderboard where we are.
Nice. So people don't know about this. In communication board of ShriLearning portal, we have the people who scored high that will be listed on the top. That's nice to know that. That's a competition.
I've
And
actually taken more tests to go up the ladder. The moment I see myself in second or third, I push that bar a little higher, and I take 2 or 3 more to go up to the ladder. So
nice to know. Nice to know. Good, guys. All right, amazing. Thanks a lot for coming up here and apply what you learn. That's very important because if not, the paper will be only a paper. So the more you apply, 1 year from now, if we see ourselves, we should be feel proud that we have achieved something great in life. Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Already I started applying in one of the project which I recently got. It's
Okay.
predictive and
Nice.
adaptive approach. So yeah.
Fantastic. So thanks again to Barath and Sriram. Keep rocking. We'll connect again.
thanks to you,
Thanks a lot, Shriram.